So PAX East would be nothing without cosplayers, and one of them that we caught up with here at the Natural Selection 2 booth is also doubling up as a game developer. So can you tell us a little bit, like for those who are unfamiliar, what is Natural Selection 2?
Underworlds likes to combine things. We combine costumes with game development. We combine first-person shooter with real-time strategy. Natural Selection 2 is a genre-blending game. Imagine StarCraft or Command & Conquer. You're looking down on a battlefield, you click on a unit, you move that unit will move, no choice. Natural Selection 2, load in, you're looking down, top down on a map, click on a unit, give them a right-click order. They're a real human being, they have a choice about whether they follow it, they've received a waypoint on whatever you've said. Maybe you've said attacker hide, they receive a waypoint. Got an alien team and a marine team, both very, very disparate. The alien team relies on melee combat, the marine team on ranged combat, and with the commanders above them, makes for a pretty unique game experience.
Marines and aliens, sounds sort of familiar there somewhere. Any sources of inspiration that you might pull from?
Absolutely. I mean, the premise of Aliens vs. Marines is obviously done a lot, and when I say unique game experience, I'm certainly referring to the actual gameplay, not just the fact that we have aliens and Marines, because that's certainly not unique. The inspirations are many and varied. Natural Selection 1 was put together about 11 years ago, and the ideas for it came together about 12 years ago. So things like the movie Aliens is a huge inspiration for the game. Also StarCraft, the original StarCraft, huge influence for the game. But the list of inspiration is very, very long for Charlie, the creator of Natural Selection 2. And any one game or movie or book can be pinned down as being the inspiration for Natural Selection.
You've been quite successful on Steam, and you've really grown a huge player base. What's that been like, and sort of how has that been sort of with all these players that have been coming in? Because it's been out for a few months now, and you're sort of to get a community going.
Yeah, absolutely. The community has been there from the beginning. Through Natural Selection 1, the game was significantly funded by pre-orders from the Natural Selection community, so people giving us their money before there was even a product, which is fantastic because it's allowed us to grow as a company and sell more games to more people. The community has continued to grow since launch, and now we have a healthy, vibrant community with mapping, with competitive events. We have a big, huge $10,000 tournament, almost $10,000, coming up in Germany in April. So there's a lot of events going on, and you can tell that in this costume, the heat is causing my brain to just fry.
Good thing you don't have your helmet on.
It's a very good thing I don't have my helmet on. I also don't look very good in it.
So, is eSport an angle that you want to continue to develop the game in, and direction that you want to develop the game in?
We want to develop the game in every direction that players want to take it. That means we look at things like players playing a lot as the Gorge, which is a particular alien unit. They like the Gorge, they play a lot as the Gorge, so we thought, okay, let's add more to the Gorge, give it more to do. So hence the Gorgeous update, free DLC that came recently. As for esports and competitive play, Natural Selection 2 has a very large organic competitive community. We had about 60 teams enter one of the most recent leagues. It's very much out there, but we don't run it. It's community run. That said, we want to support competitive play as much as we can. We're not a developer that's standing there going, all right, we're going to create a new game, put it up on a stage, put up $1 million prize pot, and force it to become an esport. It just has naturally happened to Natural Selection 2, and because of that, we want to support it, and that means doing things like this big event in Germany on April 12th on the front page of Twitch TV, which is the two best teams in Natural Selection 2 from all over the world. We are flying a team from the United States. The developer is flying the team from the United States to Germany to compete against a European Union team because they won their respective tournaments, and it's going to be huge. So that way, we just want to keep supporting what players are already doing.
So what's next then for Natural Selection? Have you announced any plans for upcoming DLC and that sort of thing?
So after the Gorgeous DLC, the free DLC that came to all owners of Natural Selection 2 and comes with the game if you buy it now on Steam, After that, we looked at what we've done. We thought, hey, we're proud of this. We're proud of the fact that we're continuing to support this game long after release. The entire Natural Selection 2 team still works on Natural Selection 2. No one has moved to any other projects. Unknown Worlds doesn't have any other projects right now, 4 months after release. So we're going to continue working on Natural Selection 2 for the foreseeable future. We've got plans for a new DLC update coming in the middle of the year, and that, again, will be free to anyone that owns Natural Selection 2.
So no plans for expansions or paid expansions or anything like that?
Absolutely not. The amount of content that you would get in an expansion like that is what you're getting in our free updates. We don't want to do free updates because they can fracture the community. Suddenly when you load the Natural Selection 2 server browser, you've got people that have this expansion pack and this DLC pack and whatever. And once you do that, people aren't playing the same game, and it's just not worth it. Yes, doing them costs us a lot of money. We need to recover that, but we feel that the best way for us to pay the costs of being a development studio and having these big updates is to make the game better all the time. Now, a lot of people have bought Natural Selection 2 relative to our size as a developer, so we're very happy. But we don't feel like the number of people has been exhausted. So if we just keep making the game better, keep doing things like PAX, we're hoping that people will continue to bring in more friends, more people will buy the game, and that long-term sales growth can drive our ability as a developer to continue to update our product over and over again, keep the lights on, keep us fed, keep us paid, and keep us coming to PAX.
Thank you very much for your time. I'm going to let you sort of relax a little bit, maybe take that suit off.
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe I'll just dance in it.
We have a couple of hours more until the show floor closes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.